What's up, folks? This is Kenny with just the right angle here. Trying to get this thing to work as best I can. I'm trying to get this to go with sound. If there is none, let me know. But I should be broadcasting live. I put a question mark for sound in the chat. Well, folks, thankfully we have been able to do something that has been needed to be done for a long time, and that is the possibility of having ivermectin. We have been able to do something that has been needed to be done for a long time over the counter, and we are the possibility
in 1 mile, turn left onto West Jackson Street.
Of having ivermectin over the counter. Ivermectin is a drug that has been around for decades. It has been used for animals, and I believe the deworming of horses is its most known cure. But it's also been available for people in the form of a pill. Basically, the animal, what the people call the horse paste, is powerful. It may contain some other chemicals, but it's still safe for human consumption as long as it's done in a small enough dose. But a lot of people, for various reasons, may not like the horse paste.
Turn left onto West Jackson Street. In about 9 miles, turn left onto Arkansas 11.
Anyway, the pill form has been available for decades and has often been prescribed to people mainly in third world countries. For some reason, India comes to mind as a basic cure for third world diseases. It's not that expensive, and apparently it isn't very addictive. When Fauci, with the help of communist China, released the Wu flu to take away our freedoms and kill lots of innocent people and make Big Pharma rich, it turned out that ivermectin, along with other medicines, was actually a good remedy for stopping the Rona. Which, by the way, in and of itself, wasn't actually that as powerful as they claimed it to be. Most people, like myself, I probably got the Rona when it first came out in, I think, December of that year, when all those planes left Wuhan, China, and they first started releasing the virus. And yours truly decided to go on, and I just kind of toughed through it myself. I remember doing some fever busters from Starbucks, which I usually don't go to, but at the time that was about the best place I could think of to do fever buster. And then ate a bunch of oranges, and that pretty much did the trick. I did later on take the horse paste just to have it, just for the fun of it. And I was able to power through it. And actually, a lot of people, that's how what they did, is it was just kind of like an extra cold for them. it wasn't anything serious. But now, but during that time, the media tried everything in their power, which is a lot, to scare people away from ivermectin. And for a while, ivermectin was not available unless you had to get a prescription. And even now today, a lot of people are wanting to take ivermectin in partially because of the new strains of COVID, and they're finding out it actually has a lot of other healthy properties in and of itself. That's good for reduction in cancer and other diseases. And so this bill filed by Alan Clark, Arkansas state senator, mainly from the Hot Spring area, has done a pretty good job on a lot of other things, would allow it to be over the counter. Now, I have heard that there may be a House version of this, and that there may be an attempt to push this in both chambers at around the same time. Now, you would think with the Arkansas legislature being the way it is, that this would be easy. But sadly, there actually is a potential for some attempt by those in the big pharma to block this. Because sadly, the big Asa Hutchinson, our former governor, was a big Anthony Fauci, like he was all about the COVID mandates. He pushed one on the state. He tried to push a mask mandate for a while. And then he also pushed, and he was vehemently against alternative forms of freeing people from this, actually helping people stay away from this. He pushed for the jab. He pushed for the mask, and when it came out that ivermectin was a good alternative, Asa Hutchinson was vehemently opposed to actually helping people get away from this, survive this man-made virus. And so we, the people, have been in a fight for really years to try to get some of our freedoms back that were taken away during the COVID crisis that was made by Fauci and friends. Well, a lot of Asa Hutchinson's friends are still in the Arkansas legislature and other parts of government, and they're still trying to push for mask and even the jab. Get your umpteenth hundredth booster for the umpteenth hundredth variant, that sort of thing. Well, this would hurt those efforts, because ivermectin, an actual way to help people that's not very expensive, would make things a lot better for people in terms of fighting COVID and a lot of other things. And so making ivermectin over the counter would really hurt big pharma and big government and those people that lied to us for all those years regarding this issue. So this is a very good conservative effort to bring more freedom to folks. I assume that this bill will be in public health. That's typically where most bills go to concerning medical issues. I don't know. This bill will be scheduled. You'll check the Arkansas legislative website, I'll look for updates on when it's actually going to be presented. And then I may try to do either a live stream of the hearing or go there in person. But contact your legislators and tell them to support this bill. It is something that is very important in terms of freedom, real freedom in this nation. Let me see if I can actually get the name of it. I'm having a hard time zooming in to see it. It had the Senate bill name. I'll have to look on. I'll have to zoom in on the actual image of this. It shows it on here, but it's a little too small for my screen. I am a little bit busy at the moment. Let me full screen this, see if I can find it. No, it won't let me. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do either. Anyway, y'all could see on there the name of the bill. And share it with others. Share this with others as well. Let folks know what's going on regarding this issue. This is actually my first time using my phone to do Rumble.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Hold on just a second.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Arkansas 11.
And so as I am using this, it is a little bit cumbersome for me. But this is always a learning process. I'll always be learning no matter what you do. But anyway, I wanted to give a quick...
About 8.5 miles, turn left onto South Lincoln Avenue.
I just wanted to give a quick update on that. Let folks know this is going on. I know in the past that there's been some bad bills that were done. There was one regarding HB 1208, which is going to increase our insurance premiums and make it easier for people who harmed others in an accident not to have to pay, and for the insurance companies not to have to pay. I don't know. I kind of wish there was someone to file a bill to repeal that, but I don't think it's going to happen. That, for some reason, is something that Sarah Huckabee Sanders pushed, and of course Chris Caldwell was behind. He was in the room when that passed. There was a good bill that was passed, it's SB 3. That's a bill that gets rid of the DEI stuff. Something we should have passed last legislative session, but didn't. So even though this is a conservative bill and we have a Republican supermajority, we do have to make sure that this gets passed. Because as we've seen in the past, just because Republicans are the supermajority doesn't mean conservative issues get done. There's a lot of saboteurs in the Republican Party of Arkansas and in the state government who should have been kicked out but weren't. That's just a sad reality of it all. Folks, as I get better at this, I will make these videos a little more popular. I am going to try to I may do a more thorough update, get some actual legislative names to match with these bills so you can kind of have a better idea of what's going on. But it's a long fight for freedom. It's going to take a while to get stuff done. Democrats ran this place for over a century, and as I said before, a lot of the Republicans that are involved in the Republican Party aren't there for freedom. So, just like the founding of this nation, and earlier But it's a long fight for freedom. And just like earlier, the way the founders of this nation to get stuff done. And of course, just like in the founding of Christianity, it's going to take a long, it's going to take a lot of effort. It's an uphill battle, but we have the truth on our side, just like they did. And more people are waking up and realizing the fight against globalism isn't just about voting for Trump. It's about fighting these local fights. Your state legislature will be important. Your city and county governments will be important. Your Republican county committees is where a lot of freedoms are fought for. So find a way to get involved. And find a way to get others involved. Get motivated and organized. Learn things like Robert's Rules of Order, how a lot of legislation is passed. Like I said, this bill's just been filed. I don't know if it's been assigned to a committee. I have an idea of where it will be. I'll get that information at a later time and let folks know. So stay tuned for my channel, Just the Right Angle, which is on Rumble. Just by watching it, you help. And of course, there's donation links you can find on my page. Also, Conduit News, great website and keeping up what's going on. And 102.9 FM, Steve Finnegan Show, 12 to 3 every Saturday. Steve gets an update on what's going on politically. And of course, you can submit other information. If you know of something that's going on, message me. Email me at justtherighteangle@yahoo. Kenny_NLR on Twitter. Lots of ways to get hold of folks and let them know, hey, that my city's doing some kind of green energy project, or just like what's going on in Fort Smith, Joe McCutcheon's fighting that up there, or the windmills nonsense that's going on in, I think, Carroll County, northern part of Arkansas. These communist Chinese crypto mining facilities. I know they tried to put one in Bologna, and those folks there rose up and fought to have that shut down. Harrison, they managed to stop one there too. You know, if your city's going to try to sneak in another sales tax so they can push for bike paths, that sort of stuff. Help folks wake up and let them know what's going on. But that's it. That's pretty much what I was talking about. If there's nothing else, remember, when the wicked rule, the people groan. Fortunately, we have the ability to change that. We've been blessed with a nation that has the power to fix that. You all have a great day.